there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I'm based in Nova Scotia in Canada. On my YouTube channel, I just share my personal experience about life here in Canada. Also, I do a bit of immigration because I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and RCIC. I'd guarantee you to help you with your visa applications to come to Canada for studying, for visits, permanent residence, work permit, and even school admissions as well. So if you need any of those services, please hook up with us. Okay, in this video today, I'm going for a summit called the Leaders Summit, organized by the Tribes Network. So come with me. Also, later in the day, I'm going to an event, and the keynote speaker is former First Lady of the US, Michelle Obama, will be the keynote speaker. It's tagged A Conversation with Michelle Obama. So come with me for this leader summit and then the conversation with Michelle Obama later in the evening. Come with me to Leader Summit. Come.
Are you also picking up Michelle Obama tech? No, actually, we just went in, so you're not too late. You're good.
Go in.
Are you also picking up tickets for Michelle Obama?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you can just go in then.
Thank you.
There's something I would like to mention at this point, particularly to newcomers who are looking to start a business or already have a business here in Nova Scotia or even in Canada generally. It's about how to position yourself in this environment you find yourself, especially if you intend to grow your business, get resources, get connection and things like that. And so at this event, I met a lady called Tia. I've been following Tia for a couple of months on social media. She runs a page called Black Women in Excellence. It's mainly about women founders, Black women who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners. She has a lot of resources, like advice, help here and there, grants, things to support business owners who are Black and who are women in particular. And not just her, I mean, just using her as an example of people you can meet in such events that probably you will not meet on a regular day out there. Events like this, just broaden your horizons. It gets you to see people who you normally see in your bedroom, in your living room, on your street. You're just happy to see her. And once she saw me, she was like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, and the way she even greeted me, it seemed like she probably knows me from somewhere or something. I don't know. She was very, 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 very cordial, very receptive. She was like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I do immigration." I was like, "Oh, no, I have somebody in Japan that's looking to come here. Can you help me?" Just like that. This happened within 2 minutes of us meeting physically. Even though I've been following this lady for months, I've been I would like a post, comment, just to get her to notice me somehow, but just this event made me see her, talk to her in just few minutes. I was able to pitch my business to her. This is an example of what you can achieve by going out there, putting yourself out there. This event takes time, it takes effort, driving to the venue, going. But the things you get, even aside from getting connections, just the things you learn, people who have done it before you just learn a lot, really. I thought to chip that in before I go on, with this video.
One of our traditional dances that we've used for ceremony, for social gatherings, for competition, and there's an island in Chapel Island, Budlodek, and a lot of our people would go there for meetings, for gatherings, for social unions. And even in that island, that Minigu, you can see on that island there's an imprinted, and that was from just Gojua dancing. And Gojua dancing tests your endurance, it tests your strength, because that dance would get people up and moving.
There was something that happened at this event that I've never seen happen before. It's not common. Let me say that. It was that one of the speakers, who's from the First Nations, said, "Oh, there's this particular dance they do in First Nations," and she was going to teach us how to do the dance and all of that. She made us stand up, and go round the hall. And this particular exercise made us to see one another. You could see everybody in the room. And I think that was a brilliant way to foster some interaction and just make the event lively at the start. I enjoy this part.
I hope reconciliation. Yeah. Well, Lolly, thank you for having me. My name's Ashley. I hope you enjoy the rest of your
get grants. You did a great job of that. Thank you all for participating in that, and I hope you enjoyed it. So next up, we're going to have a community members panel. So we've got some folks who've participated in different programs at Tribe who are going to join us up on stage, and you're going to get a chance to get to know them, who they are, what they're working on, the challenges they're facing, the opportunities they see in the ecosystem, and also any advice that they may have for everyone in this room. So give it up for Jonah, Kilia, Shakira, and
financial security so that people can thrive. Credit is a key element for most of us to be able to get our economic life going, and we believe that we need more sustainable solutions that actually enable people to build wealth and create wealth for themselves, which is everyone's ambition. So thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Jonah. I remember meeting you in 2021, I believe, virtually, and being very impressed by what you were building. And very small team in PEI. I was like, how are these guys doing what they're doing in PEI? Where are they getting the support from? And a few months later, I had got a call from a venture capital firm out of Toronto called BKR Capital. And BKR Capital said, hey, we've got money to deploy to Black founders. Do you know of anyone on the East Coast that we could talk to? Sent them a few names. Jonah's name being one of them, and Wovio at the time, MIQ. They rebranded to Wovio. And 6 months later, I think I got a call from Lise, and she said, thank you for the introduction. Jonah is now a portfolio company, and we've invested in them. And so it's been so great to see the journey over the past couple of years, and you're someone who inspires me to keep going, and someone who I think all of us can learn from. So thank you for what you do. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's go on to Shakira. You were really excited to answer the question about the barriers and challenges, so let's go to you. Share a little.
It's very, very difficult to actually buy land because there's not any grant programs, loan programs that are specifically focused on attaining those types of assets, which creates a barrier for communities that are already behind. And so I would say that's the biggest challenge that we're facing, and trying to figure out ways that private investment can be a part of it, as long as it's very clear that that is not what's going to lead.
So we're all learning together, you know what I mean? We don't have, not one answer is going to fix all the problems, but from your experience, what advice would you give to your younger self or to anyone else in this room who is thinking about going on this journey?
It's not only what I would tell my younger self, but it's something that I continue to tell myself, every day, and it's don't be afraid to fail, because you will fail, and you have to fail, and that's the only way that, you can grow and you can learn. So no failure is bad, and that's something that it's the fear of failure that stops people from trying and from just taking that out of the equation, allowing yourself to fail, allowing yourself to fall forward, is the only way that you can keep moving. So that's the biggest piece of advice that I would give to others. I continue to give to myself, but also, like Fanny said, I think that's the main thing, especially when you're working in community and with community. Taking care of yourself first allows you to take care of your community better.
Amazing. Thank you, Kilia. That are resonating with in terms of advice to everyone here.
I think I agree with what everyone else said. I think another big piece is that you have to know why you're doing what you're doing, and you have to be able to advocate for it and stand by it. Be flexible at the same time, but there's certain things that you have to hold at the core in order to make sure that your vision isn't being co-opted or isn't being co-opted. So, when I think about investment, like you both spoke about investment, you really do have to find the people that align with what you're trying to do and that understand it, and it might take time, and it doesn't.
Folks who are entrepreneurs, leaders in communities, and folks that are starting. And I think it's important to also recognize that Tribe is also a startup. We're a new organization. And so when I think about how we're supporting, we're also in that same journey. And so I want to share some insights in terms of why we do what we do, how we do it, and what exactly are we doing, where are we going. Share a few tips or a few lessons learned, insights from my journey running Tribe Network. To be honest, and support them along that journey, to help them start, to help them build, and to help them accelerate. I love that Fantanesh mentioned, and I talk about building a global network. We're in Atlantic Canada, we're in Halifax. We have to start where we are, we have to start. And I joined this team as project lead, and through this project I had a chance to engage with Black organizations from across the country, Black entrepreneurs from across the country, and gain a lot of insight. And I want to share some of these insights with entrepreneur. 76% of them said that their race makes it harder for them to succeed as an entrepreneur. 76%. That is the lived experience of entrepreneurs sharing their experience with us to say, yeah, they believe that they have barriers and they believe that people make it harder for them simply because of their race. We also asked them, if you needed $10,000 to support your business, would you know where you can access that money? And 75% said it would be pretty difficult, very difficult, or nearly impossible to run their business. How can we build a boat if we don't have the capital to do it and the resources to do it? These are business networks. These are places where you go to build capacity, to network with other businesses, to potentially get clients, to join procurement lists. We haven't had great experiences. It's credit union, provincial government, economic development, Government of Canada, and the most one that we trust are Black-led organizations themselves. The reason why I have the motivation to do what I do, what gets me excited is the fact that there's a level of optimism. And to me, that shows a level of resilience. 87%, as I mentioned, all the content that we've produced in our programs are online. And so you can access that at night, after midnight, whatever it is, you can learn at your own pace. Because that's what they said they wanted. We host pitch competitions, burnout and wellness sessions. So this was designed by Lizane Tan, and had a meeting with her and shared all the ideas in my head, and we went back and forth on this icon. I chose this because it signifies fire and support, and I think part of our role in the ecosystem is to create the fire that allows us to gather, number one, and to keep all of your fires going too.
And that was how the event went. It was fun, it was worthwhile. I learned a lot at that event. I got this little gift. And off I went to my next event, which was the event that had Michelle Obama. So this event that I go for, these are always I'm building myself, building my business, but it does take time. I took the day off on this day, and my team, took charge of the office work. So putting in these efforts is just me building myself and building my business. I went to do a light makeup by my darling girl, Mistura, before I headed out to my event. It's Michelle Obama. It was in the evening. It was around 6 o'clock for the event. I'd gone for the event in the morning. The earlier event that was in the morning. Did some work in between that before I then went to this event that had Michelle Obama. I have a video about the event. If you are yet to see it, please look it up. You might enjoy it as well. At least you see a snippet of what happened. It's not everything I recorded, but I just thought to be in the moment, enjoy it, and all of that, because it was a wonderful experience. is something that I've not even gotten over. Honestly, Michelle is a wonderful personality, and I'm glad I made it to that event. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourself. Seek help if you're new on here. Look for resources. There's community. Just don't look. You have to grow in this place. You have to really grow. Don't be how you came. You have to grow and improve yourself in all ways possible. Okay. So I'll leave you with this small few seconds from the event with Michelle. Thank you and take care of yourself. All the best. Bye.
A lot for me. My college counselor suggested that I not apply to Princeton University because she didn't think I was Princeton material. There were a lot of things that could have stopped me. But I grew up with the attitude, and I learned from my parents that nobody can make you feel bad if you feel good about yourself. And so